Hi, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. This is Shannon Harvey, aka Legal Fox of the Miami Web Fest. And today we'll be interviewing a great filmmaker, Michele Pinto, joining us from Italy. So tell us a
Hi,
little bit about yourself first off.
hi everyone, and thank you for this interview. It's a pleasure for me to attending online, not live. Sorry
No
for this,
problem.
but this is my third attending at Miami Web Fest. I shoot my fourth web series, In Vino Veritas, that this year is in competition. But I'm not only a director and editor of short movies and web series, but I like so much teaching filmmaking to young people, and my activity is writing, because last year I wrote a book about Marvel comics and about all the cine comics that they have shooted, about 30 feature film from all the comics. This is
Excellent. Okay. So as far as this series that will be screening at the festival, In Vito Veritas, excuse my Latin, but tell us a little bit about what the meaning is of that and about the episode.
okay. In Vino Veritas is come from the Latin language, and it means that only in wine you will find the true, all the true that you need for your life. But it means not only drinking the wine you will find the true, but for me, in this special title, I want to say that the wine has so many true, not only drinking it, but because the wine is one of the old kind of beverage of mankind, and the wine is so important not only for economic reason or social reason, but because in the wine there is all the story of mankind, and because wine is so important for the religion too. So the wine becomes a symbol in the religion. Okay.
I see. Yes, and I watched the selection, and I definitely got that feel from it. It had a very symbolic feel to it, the wine. And tell us, I really enjoyed the scenes with it actually showed the grape picking and the wine making, so in the field. So maybe tell us a little bit about the production of those scenes.
Yeah. It's not only a web series about wine and grapes, but is an ecological fables, because we wanna give an ecological message about the mankind, all the activity that the mankind is creating for our ecosystem, because we are only able to destroy the nature, destroy all the ecosystem, only for commercial purpose. And we wanna, with this web series, we wanna learning something from the nature, from the grapes, from the wine, because the wine and the grapes are speaking to the mankind, and they are saying that we have to stay very relaxed, and we have to stop all our activity that are destroying the planet.
Excellent. Okay. And, as far as when you were in the fields filming that, what was that like when you were showing the trucks with the grapes? Was that, did you have any obstacles with that, or did that go smoothly with the filming of the actual winemaking?
But shooting this web series was very suggestive, a particular science. I don't know if you have seen it.
Yeah.
Is the sign where a girl that is dancing, and she represents the nature, and is like the wine in in a winery, and like a sensual girl, the nature start to speak to the farmers, and she starts to talk about the important to live in peace with the nature, with all the trees, with all the animals of the planet. And our web series is not only a drama, but is like science fiction web series, because there is a final, there is a strange final of the web series. There is a strange end of the web series, because I don't say who is the protagonist of this web series, because he's a mysterious man, and you can discover the identity only at the end of the web series, at the last episode, because is an important characters that can explain so many things to the mankind about the nature and the climatic changing in the world.
Yes, I see. Okay. And I did watch it, and that woman that you mentioned is very seductive, and even her movements are very mysterious, and that alone was very mesmerizing. So how did you find the cast, in particular, her and perhaps a little boy that's in there? How did you find the cast for that?
Yeah, every time I start a new project, I try to connect so many hearts. Okay, so I don't select only actors, but I want some dancers too in my project, and so I selected this girl that is very connected to the nature, because she's studying many different styles of dancing, um, connected to the nature, connected to the yoga, connected to Buto. Is a particular kind of dancing that come from Japan. So she created a melting pot of style of dancing in her movement. For the actors, I selected different actors from Apulia, from my region, because all my works are not only universal for the argument, for the synopsis, but they are every time so glocal. I create some glocal web series because I like my land so much, my region, my country, and I wanna talk about this land and all the some problematic questions about my land. Okay.
I see. Okay. And what was because it was shot locally, I'm not sure if it's been private or public, but what has been the response to the project? What has people's response been?
Well, they have been so mesmerized, because in my all my web series seems so prophetic, and the web series before this, Project M, is a dystopic web series about dictator in so many countries in the world, about consuming, about pollution, and all the things that I show in this web series about 6 years ago, now they are happening in the world. About some consumistic styles, and so dangerous behavior of the people. In Vino Veritas is a web series about the climatic change that we are living in this moment in the world, no? Because we know that all the temperature in the world are growing, and in the Arctic pole, the situation is very dangerous. And In Vino Veritas shows all this situation. But I told this situation about 4 years ago. So is another web series prophetic. And all the people have a little fear when they saw this web series that is not so happy. But I think that the rules of an artist is to be a prophet, because I think that every artist have the rules to open the eyes, open the head, open the hair of the people, because I think that it can be so late if we don't stop to create some pollution and to create some dangerous facts to the world.
Okay. All right. So you're definitely a bit of a prophet, as you said. I could see that reflected in the selection that I viewed, and it seems that you've done similar with your other series. So that, speaking of that, that makes a good segue into the fact that you also teach filmmaking. So
Yeah.
can you, tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. When I was a child, my dream was to become a doctor, because I want to help the people. After some years, I changed my dream, and I want to become a politician, because I was a teenager, and I believe that a politician can help the people more than a doctor. But when I when I became a man, I learned that a politician cannot help like doctor, and there is someone who can help the people more than the doctor and the politician. And I think that this rule is of the artist and can be the rules of the director. So I start to become a director, and I like so much to teach filmmaking, editing, the language of all the filmmaking to young people. So from 1998, I'm a teacher, and every year I have so many students. Some one of these have become an important director or editor in Italy, and I think that is important to give them all my knowledge, because they are the future, not only in filmmaking, but they are the future for all the nation.
Excellent. Okay. And what university is that? I'm assuming it's local there in your region.
I'm teacher of filmmaking in any different school with some external project, but from 2020 we have an academy in Lecce. Lecce is the most artistic city in the south of Italy, because it's called the Florence of South Italy. It's a Baroque city, and there I'm the boss teacher of this academy about visual arts. And there in Lecce, there is our festival, because I am a director of festival, that is Apulia Web Fest, that is in the Web Series World Cup too.
Excellent. Okay. And I did notice during your introduction, you also mentioned a book that you're the writer of Marvel, involving Marvel Comics. So fill us in on that.
Yeah, I'm a great reader and collector of comics. I start my collection in 1988, and at the moment I have about 20,000 comics.
Wow.
And I like so much hero because they can help people to dream a better world. Because we know that there are so many people that are not so happy for some crimes or some cyberbullyism, and hero are a referent for all these people, like Spider-Man, like Batman, like Superman, and so many heroes. And so about 3 years ago, I was in a great comics fest in Bari, and I had a panel about Marvel Comics, and there was so many people that they were listening all my words about the hero, what does it mean to be a hero, which are the rules of a hero, and one editor came to me and asked if I wanted to write a book about the Marvel Comics, about the story of Marvel Comics, and about all the cinecomics. So I accept these these rules and this activity. And during the first lockdown, while we were all closed in the house, I started to writing this book with another guy that is a great expert in science fiction. And now the book is online, is in the store, and is an important book about all the cinecomics, about Marvel, about DC, and is very funny. And the title is The Marvelous Cinema. Okay, marvelous.
That's a play on, got it. Pun. The marvelous cinema, everybody. There we go.
So
okay, well, I'm glad you were able to throw some lighthearted topics in there as well, on top of the more hard-hitting profit aspects that you reach. So that's good. You have some diversity in your work that I definitely could tell that. So that's great. So if anyone wants to check out more of your work, or in particular In Vino Veritas, or learn about it, where can they find you? On social media or otherwise?
Yeah, all our works, especially the trailer, are on YouTube. We have a channel that is Morpheus Ego.
Can you repeat that? So
yeah, MORPHEUS, like Morpheus of Matrix.
okay.
Morpheus Ego. And there you will find all the interview with the television, and all the trailer of our works, and so many things about our activity. Now we are shooting 3 different films, and last day I were in near Florence, because we were shooting a new short movie about all the flames that are destroying the wood in Italy, but in the Europe, and I know in all the world, because the climatic changing, they may growing all the temperature. So especially in summer, many wood has been destroyed by fire of crazy people. And so we are shooting a mysterious fantasy about this bad behavior. And this fantasy is, the title is Ash Green. Ash Green.
Okay. With an H or an A? Ash, A-S-H, green, like the color?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Okay,
Excellent.
And so we visit some destroyed wood near Florence, where in the underground, on the ground, you can find only the ash. And so many old people are totally destroyed, and it will be very suggestive works, but I think that it will be ready only in 2023, because we are finish another web series, our 6th web series about the olive tree. And yeah, because the olive tree is the symbol of Apulia, my region. Yeah, and is a treasure for us, because all the farmers, they drag all the olives to do the extra virgin oil that is so important in all the world. And Apulia is the most important land of Italy to create oil from olives. And we are shooting this web series about some young people that they have to leave Apulia because they have no work. So they go to the north, in Milan, in Rome, to look some works, but they wanna return to their home, because is a poorest land, but is a land that is still full of some values like the family, values like the earth, the love for the earth, for the oil, for the tree. And this web series will be very strange, because you will find the story of some olive trees that they are stilled from the ground, and this is a bad behavior. And they are transported to the north. So our land becomes every day more poor, because all the young go to the north, but the trees too go to the north, because all the richest people of the north, they want to have in their garden these old olive trees. But this is a very crazy behavior, because the olive tree need of our climate, of our weather in the south. It cannot live in the north. So their fate is to die in the north.
Huh. I see. That's very interesting. Okay. Well, I know that the olive tree in general, the olive branch, is a symbol of peace around the world when you extend an olive branch to somebody. So perhaps by people watching your selections and your series, they'll help the environment somehow find some peace. And that's the message that you're putting out there with your olive tree and extending the olive branch as far as nature. So definitely wish you the best of luck on that. And thank you for joining us, especially all the way from Italy and the differences in time zones. We appreciate that. And so thank you.